So the question that I have for today is from Ashley. He's from USA, and it's all about spirituality. But before I head into the topic, show reel. Pranam, Namaste, my name is Garret. Before I start the question off, please make sure you guys remember to hit like, subscribe, and comment your learnings in the comment section below. It's also nice to know where you guys are tuning from so we could connect in the space, okay? And I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week to spread more light and positivity out there to the world, okay? So without further ado, let's jump into the question, okay? Hi Garret, thank you for picking my question to answer on AGA. My question here is, what's the whole point of spirituality if we will all die someday? I might as well enjoy the life I have right now. Because spirituality seems like a tough journey, and why must I put myself to it if it's so difficult? Also, I've always been bullied at school during my childhood years. Even up till now in the working world, I still get bullied at work by my co-workers. Should I embark on spirituality, wouldn't I become even more frail and soft, and people would prey on me more? Please clarify on this if you can. Much appreciated. Sincere regards, Ashley Holmes from the USA. Okay, so thank you for your question, Ashley. So keep the questions coming, guys. Okay, so in spirituality, right? So you were saying that what's the whole point since we will all die, right? One day. So let's put it into perspective, right? So yes, we will all die someday, and if we are just coming here to this earth and just to enjoy life, okay, think about it. Would our life be even shorter then? Because end of the day, if you are just gonna enjoy, and I'm pretty sure I've spoken this before in one of my TikTok videos, the Priya form of happiness and the Shriya form of happiness. So Priya form of happiness is immediate enjoyment, okay? So whatever that tastes sweet at the moment and whatever that is bitter at the moment is Shriya. So whatever that tastes sweet at the moment is the Priya form of happiness. So Priya form of happiness is basically seeking out enjoyment, pleasures, and entertainment at the initial stages, and basically foregoing anything to do with the intellect and self-development and personal improvement. Whereas for the Shriya form of the happiness, it's all about toiling first and making sure that you go through personal growth as well as spirituality to embark on this journey, so that you suffer now and you enjoy your later years in enjoyment, okay, and bliss. So there's definitely no right or wrong, but one thing is for sure is, if let's say you go for Priya form of happiness, and from the looks of it, your question seems like you want Priya form of happiness all the way, right? Let's say this, okay? So if you enjoy eating ice cream, okay, and having 3 scoops of ice cream a day, you probably might enjoy it because it satisfies the tongue, right? And the more you eat, the more you enjoy it. But after having the 3 scoops of ice cream, you're most likely gonna be guilty afterwards, and you know that it's gonna add up into your calories, right? And you know that it's gonna make you overweight after some time. And if you just keep it, you don't even need to take it daily. You take it on a weekly basis, right? Just once a week, you will start to see your body change due to this calorie intake, as well as the sugar content, the sugar levels. It's gonna all add up towards a diabetic kind of health. And ultimately, once you get all these diabetic, or you got all these kind of health problems, your weight will go out of hand, your cholesterol levels will go out of hand. Eventually, subsequently, you will fall ill. And when you fall ill throughout your later years in life, it's going to lead up and cause you to suffer, because you will be seeking treatment in the hospital. You'll be paying your financial fees to medical institutes like the hospital. and paying the doctors for your treatment, taking medications. And if you were to link back to this form of happiness that you initially just enjoy, okay, do you think that you're gonna live a very long and fulfilled life? You probably wouldn't, because end of the day, when you are going through this hospital treatment, right, you're most likely suffering at that stage, taking medications, and most likely you'll be dreading and regretting why did you do that initially in the first place. Why are you enjoying? Okay, if you're taking Shriya form of happiness, Shriya form of happiness most likely just considering, I don't know, maybe if we start doing spirituality, okay, we do yoga. Take for instance, we practice yoga on a daily basis, and no matter how tiring it is, right, you set yourself that you are supposed to be inspired daily. Okay, you wake up and the first thing that you do is go into 40 minutes yoga, do a yoga practice, okay, a vinyasa, okay, or you after the vinyasa, or you can do like meditations for like 30 minutes. So whatever reasons that you put forward, right, it's gonna be difficult, right? So the initial phase of practicing all this spiritual practice, right, yes, it's toiling and it's gonna make the mind hate you. It's definitely gonna make you, why must I do all this? Why must I torture myself? You might be thinking. However, as you go through this whole process of torturing yourself, strengthening your body, strengthening your mind, strengthening your spirit, you will realize that your body strengthens, and sooner or later you will just be asking for more challenges in your life. And that, I know it sounds a little bit sadistic, but then you're actually building up your mental capacity, you're building up your physical and spiritual capacity as well, because there's such thing in life called capacity, you know. And if you suffer right now, the more capacity that you have in your system, so for instance, if you've got even more capacity to handle more in life, wouldn't you go far more successful in life? So say for instance, if you know that you could embark on a tough mental fortitude, okay, and you know that you can endure all kinds of pain, and through all this physical, mental, and spiritual growth, right, you are able to pursue something far more powerful or far more greater in life. Say for instance, you want to start a business venture, or perhaps I don't know, you want to start a charity organization, okay, and you want to help the world. However, you know that by setting up a charity organizations, you need financial support, and you need financial support in these modern times. You want to get financial support for charity organizations, people get doubtful about it, and your journey is definitely going to be tough when you want to set up an organization like that. Same thing for business, same thing for whatever business ventures that you're trying to go into. And all this takes a lot of mental fortitude and takes a lot of strength for you to push forward. And without all this spiritual practice, do you think that you will have the capacity to actually move forward? No. If you're just gonna enjoy eating ice cream, you probably wouldn't even have the health or even have the right kind of mindset to push forward. So this is the difference between the Priya form of happiness and the Shriya form of happiness, okay? And yes, we all will die one day. However, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. There's a Zen saying, okay? There's a Zen saying that before enlightenment, chop wood. After enlightenment, chop wood, but without the axe, okay? So spirituality definitely has its pros, right? If not, why would people want to torture themselves and go into spiritual practice? So the whole point of practicing spiritual practice is so that we can curb ourselves, we can control this, tame the monkey mind basically. And there's a lot of factors that the mind is causing us unhappiness, you know. And things like we think that people are upsetting us, therefore we blame them, okay, for making us upset, or making us angry, or making us depressed or negative, okay. However, if we embark on spiritual practice, we become more and more in sync with our true nature, and we get back to the self of the spirit, okay. So once we get back alignment with soul, alignment with the universe, right, it becomes you will start to see that your soul becomes more oneness. You're more connected in oneness. So you realize that, okay, all this is because of my own mental capacity. and my own spiritual capacity that I can't handle. That's why I'm blaming the rest of the world. And as soon as you start to understand this whole level and this whole perspective in life, right, then you will start to truly enjoy your life. Then you chop wood without the axe. Okay, so once you become much more successful in life, and you become much more uplifted, much more happy, much more fulfilled in life, right? Therefore, you're going to enjoy the whole process of life itself. Therefore, it becomes much more fulfilling and full. And if you are not embarking on spiritual practice, what will likely happen is that your happiness most likely is always break, stop, break, stop, break, stop, break, stop. Each time whenever there's circumstances, challenges, or people trying to annoy you or anger you, your happiness is in their hands. Your happiness is in the circumstances or the situation's hands. And when that happens, right, how can your life be always constantly going up? You can't. So same thing even for spirituality. Even when you are in the Zen mode, you are even in the most peaceful state already, you will still encounter challenges. However, when you've practiced spiritual practice enough, your mental and your capacity, right, goes so high that I could say that basically any challenges that comes into your way, right, doesn't affect you. You have all the powers in your hands to take control of your life, in your destiny. You see, and you're not taking control. Your powers are not in somebody else's hand or some other situation's hands, you see. So, in short, that is the whole point of spiritual practice. And I see there's another question. So, I've always been bullied at school during my childhood years. Even up till now, in the working world, I should still get bullied at work by my co-workers. Should I embark on spirituality and wouldn't I become even more frail and soft, and people would prey on me more? So same thing, once you go into spiritual practice, who said that spiritual people are nice, soft, unicorn-loving people? No. Of course, spiritual practice would let you get more in sync with your true nature, and once you're much more in sync, you know that everyone is interconnected, right? And of course, you feel much more compassionate, and of course, you've got much more empathy towards these people. And having much more empathy does not mean that you can't avoid, you don't know how to go forward. I've been preaching a lot about karma lately, and in spiritual practice, the first thing is to understand that you must first learn to understand karma itself. Karma, the word is action, okay? It's not what you reap, what you sow, okay? So from the looks of it, you say that you've always been bullied at school, so that means you don't have the capacity to stand up for yourself. So in short, that's it. You see, and when you practice spirituality, you understand karma itself. Karma itself is not taking action, not taking the right form of action. Therefore, it leads you to a certain consequences that is affecting you in life. You see, and practicing spirituality, right? Once you say, for instance, you understand karma, you know that there's a certain chance that you could take control of your future destiny forward. So, understanding karma itself means that learning how to stand up your way. Standing up for yourself in the right way. Who say that standing up for yourself means that you need to go and beat somebody up or retaliate? You don't have to. Like I say, responding in the most intelligent way rather than reacting. Okay, when you react, people get annoyed, more agitated, and they annoy you even more. So then it becomes a chain reaction, right? However, when you respond intelligently, and you respond it in a way that people do not know how to react, now that is the highest form of level. In the Buddhism faith, right, how Buddha himself he actually taught is love your enemies, right? However, that's like the most highest form of enlightenment kind of way Buddha actually used, right? However, not anybody can actually embark on that kind of practice because it's too extreme already. You love your enemies. Well, nobody told you need to definitely love your enemies, okay? All in short, right, is that you need to first learn how to love yourself, okay? And when you learn to love yourself, you learn how to protect yourself as well, okay? And when these people annoy you, you will have your ways to go about it, okay? And love can, hate, right, will only sprout much more hate. So if you fight against somebody that is hating you or causing much more bully to your life, then you will cause more of it. You'll multiply, okay? Because whatever you focus on will expand, okay? There's energy, okay? And whatever that you want, say, take for instance, you want to defeat hate. The only way to defeat hate is love, okay? So if you react, you are hating, you are causing much more hate. If you respond, and you respond in the way of love, then I'm pretty sure nobody would want to continue bullying you as well. Okay, learn how to stand up for yourself in the right way, and you take control of your own karma. And when you take control of your own karma, it doesn't truly matter whether you're soft, you're frail, or whatever. Nobody would want to bully a person that is just like Buddha, okay? People throw stones and rocks at Buddha, but Buddha just walk away. Why? Because at the end of the day, he knows that if he were to waste his time trying to scold and scream and shout at them, then he'll get much more stones and rocks thrown at him, right? So if you don't want to get stones thrown at him, just basically walk away. You see? So that's in short the simplest method to go about. Okay? So of course I can elaborate much more, but this video has become super long, so let's connect in this space, and we should connect much more, okay? And I can share much more advice with you, okay? So I hope that you learned something from this video, okay? And if you do, please make sure you comment your learnings in the comment section, and I'll end this video off, okay? Pranam, namaste.